Hello everyone, and welcome back with episode, I believe, 4 or 5 of What If Izuku Midori Was the King of Locusts. I hope all of you have had a wonderful day so far, but we need to wait about 5 more seconds. Nah, I'm just playing. And with you, I don't need to wait 5 seconds. I have a thing for that in the beginning of the video. Oh, that I will edit in each and every video. So, if you do stay in for those 30 seconds, you will hear music, but it's not bad music, but it's not good music either. But, it is how it is. So, yeah. Last we left off, Izuku ended up... one moment. Sorry, I had to go deal with something. But, yes. We last left off with Izuku killing his mother and eradicating the town, which he was born in. He has now proved his loyalty not only to the Locust cause, but he has now caused the Locust people to look up at him more as he did his grandmother. As they did his grandmother, with more respect. With a vicious and inhuman attitude. This boy ain't human. He's Locust. So, Izuku during this time period would essentially wait, right? He would be digging, having his corpser, which he has named Theseus, dig, as well as the children of that mother corpser dig as well. Izuku's making certain that every and all corpser that is able to be bred is being bred to their point. Even his, sadly, but gotta do what you gotta do. The Bruma Hawk pen that is there still, however, it's getting a bit bigger. It's not getting... Brumaks take a time to breed, after all. So, they're basically going to try and lie low. We're going to skip about another 2 years. You're wondering, ooh, 2 years? That's a damn long time. Yeah. 2 years, which would be time to bolster forces, reallocate troops, and other such. Izuku made something very certain. That they would be ready for this migration. The migration to the Great Plains of the desert. Happily, not the one in Gears of War 4. No. He's not talking about there. They're going further south of the beginning town in Gears of War 4. Matter of factly, there was a... in Gears of War 3, I believe the first mission was stated upon... Well, sorry, the second or third mission was stated upon on a barge. That barge ended up crashing into a desert-like area. That is the location where Izuku, at this point in the story, has made it to. There are very small amounts of human settlements here. And if they are not COG related at all. So, what does Izuku do? he doesn't think of enslavement. Not yet. After all. They don't like Cog. He doesn't like Cog. It's a match made in heaven. Truly. But the more Izuku thinks about it, the more he starts to ponder more and more. And he has a council of people that he calls the Rasi. Basically, in the locust language would mean the voice, which would be the voice of specific warrior castes to worker castes. And he would bring up the fact that none of these human settlements are Cog allied. None of them. Not a single one. They found it interesting that the previous war divided humanity so much because of their own weapons that they used on their own people. Oh, fuck. They found a lot, and they got a lot in return. They ended up finding this old-ass motherfucker. Lived in a tower where the old Lampet threat used to be, but there isn't Lampet anymore, so we're good on that point. Named Griffin. Izuku would go there basically by himself. Quote unquote. He would have a corpser under that tower ready to bring that entire bitch down. Like, Izuku's that type of person that if I'm going down, I'm taking y'all with me. Like, but, as he is allowed into Griffin's tower, there's this old African-American man, and with a goatee, and a somewhat long, bushy beard that rolls off his chin. And he says, "Why are you here, motherfucker?" And he's like, "I would like me to make a deal with the tower, with your settlement. And before you say shit, I'm not Cog. I'm something else. And I know I'm not with that weird fucking Russian Japan brand. I don't know what the fuck that is. That's an ass backwards version of a Cog. Like, I don't fucking know." And it's like, "Well then, who the fuck are you?" He's like, "Well," kind of pulls out the Locust insignia, which he remembers. Like, to say that he wouldn't remember the Locust insignia would like be saying, "Oh yeah, the sky was blue before the bombs dropped in New Vegas." Like, which is blatant sarcasm. He would remember what the Locust insignia would look like. And he would look at him and laugh in his fucking face. And he's like, "I don't know what the fuck you're on, kid, but like, you got some balls doing that. You ain't fucking Locust. So who the fuck are you really?" He's like, "Oh." He would stand up, pick up his, well, he wouldn't pick it up. He didn't take off his necklace. He would stand up. He was like, "Let me show you something." And he opens the blinds. "You see that building?" "Yeah." He just growls into the mic, and into his microphone on his ear, and a fucking corpser would bring that tower down. An entirely different tower, mind you, that nothing is connected to, but a tower nonetheless. And Izuku says, "Am I corpse? That's a corpser. I'm Locust." Now I have a question. Towers are built the same, aren't they? So how about you ease your tensions and let's chat. As Izuku would walk back to the couch, sit down, and cross his legs. Now, personally, this is personally for me. I don't have no problems with y'all. Matter of factly, you hate the cog. I hate the cog. What I promise you and yours is non-aggression. What? Griffin looks at him confused. The what? Locust, being civil. The cog must have fucked you people up. And it's like, no, not really. The cog only got a small portion, but to be all real, they didn't have that much of a chance to get rid of all of us to begin with. Granted, you'll see some savage ones, some fucking and new ones, some old ones, but nah, we're different. Now I extend a hand, a trade for material and food. Food, as long as you, and non-aggression is sealed. Also, I'll sweeten the deal. You know, not only a non-aggression pact you'll have, but a defensive pact as well. If someone comes knocking at your door hostile, we'll tunnel underneath them. And we'll make sure there's very little to come back to their home to. So Griffin takes a pause, and he's like, and at this point, I'm pretty sure Griffin would have had a daughter, right? Would have had, like, a child. Which at this point, she would be probably in her 20s, probably as old, maybe older than Izuku. Doesn't really matter. And she would be like, I don't know who the fuck you are coming in here. Acting like you fucking own the place, and then Griffin fucking grabs her and says, "Hush, child. I don't think this is an ask from him." Oh no, it is a genuine ask. Everything is your choice. Every action you take is your own damn choice. And nothing that happens in this room will leave this room. Understand? This is a deal between our peoples, and for us to not stab each other in the fucking foreheads. How about that? The daughter of Griffin fucking sneers. And Griffin just looks at her and says, Yeah, we'll take it. Splendid. That's good. I was actually not hoping I wouldn't have to do this. Wouldn't have to, level this place. It's actually fucking really good. Huh. But, yeah, no, when it comes down to everything, Izuku is pretty civil. Griffin was, it was one of those situations where you couldn't really... It was one of those situations where you couldn't come out of it the best. But hey, yeah, no, you're just gonna have to deal with that noise, my man. I'm sorry. But, when it comes down to how Izuku is, he's fine with dealing with humans. The council is iffy about it because some things, but Izuku has shown his worth enough and the truth of his words to still do ring true. They are trying to get to the Hollow, and during this point Izuku has been and basically kind of doing not shady stuff but risky stuff. What Izuku has been doing is essentially mining emotion, which a lot of the Locusts were against, but he had specifically robots do it. Why have a chance of this shit fucking with the Locust people again? Manufacture robots, have them do that shit. Because last time, there was an entire fucking emotion thing underneath the Hollow. So, they're gonna have to figure out ways to deal with emotion one way or another. But, regardless of the fact, that's still a power source, and they could still use that. And since, there's a fucking lake of it underground, they're gonna exploit the fuck out of it. Old emotion silos not silos, but mining outposts are being used to their fullest by Izuku. That are out in the wilderness that have been long forgotten and shit. He has tunnel networks to the O's so he could then and use emotion to who then power everything that he has. Granted, and eventually he will need more power, which is why he's going to the Hollow, because the Hollow has a fucking lake of that shit. So, yeah. When it comes down to Izuku, he's more or less trying to make sure that everything he wants to do goes down to the point where he gets reestablished and pushes forward from there. But this deal with Griffin and Griffin's people ought to do nice. After all, everybody got some scores to settle with the Cog, especially the people in the city. The City of Ashes, the mass grave site. Whew. God damn. Do these motherfuckers have a bone to pick? But at this point in time, I will have to step away. I hope all of you enjoy. and have a nice day. Like, comment, sub, all that shit. Goodbye.